Hi, I'm Claire Shaw. I'm a writer. I work with the Royal Literary Fund, the RLF, and the RLF in turn is working with USDAW to set up writing skills projects in workplaces across the UK, including Tesco Bank Newcastle. I was filming earlier on a very gloomy Yorkshire day. We're now into a very gloomy Yorkshire evening. But I promised Sam, your rep, that I would post a whole range of new 10-minute exercises for use in team meetings. So we're continuing into the darkness. And the exercise that we're going to complete today for your team meeting is based on looking at different points of view, perspectives. From a writerly perspective, that's the writer's way of looking. We're writing for the Right Now project. The Right Now project was set up in response to the COVID crisis, and it's about making sure that workers in retail and distribution industries have access to writing skills support, primarily so that we have your written accounts of what it was like to live and work through these times. We're encouraging everybody who participates in workshops, tutorials, webinars, all the things that we're offering, to send us your writing, even if it's only a line, even if it's 3 words or 3 pages. We want your words so that they can go in a national archive, which is stored by USDAW on their national website and can be accessed by anybody who wants to read historical records of this historical time that we're living through. It's also about giving as many people as possible access to the opportunity to write, because I may be biased, but I think writing is a great thing. When you can write confidently, when you feel skilled and knowledgeable in your writing, it gives you loads more options, loads more choices, and it's also fun. And I'm hoping in the next 8 minutes, you have fun too, writing about different perspectives. What I would like to do is we'll start with looking at somebody else's piece of writing. So I'm sharing a screen. Oh, where did you go? Here we go. I'm sharing a screen that came from a group exercise with a whole bunch of people that attended a national webinar and did this perspectives exercise with me. This is what they wrote. All I hear is silence, the wind rattling, the window rattling in the wind, the sound of the roofers next door having their lunch in their van, doors closed. My daughter playing with her toys and the dog snoring. The wind outside rustling through the bamboo in next door's garden. The compressors on the fridges in Sainsbury's canteen. In the silence, I can hear my heart beating. I can hear the long steel tongues of my wind chimes talking crazy in the rain. All I can see is my living room wall, the blank white door that leads to the stairs, a birthday card as yet unwritten for someone I can't see. My Edwardian porcelain shoe that says, "Think of me." All I can see is an empty soup bowl and breadcrumbs from our lunch. The picture on the wall of a non-working clock in the middle of a bridge. The wind bending the trees outside. The branches dancing like 1990s ravers. I think that's a spectacular piece of writing. It was really exciting for me to be in that group as that piece of writing happened, because people were posting their lines into the chat window in team. And it was like watching a house getting built, from the foundations really quickly. So there were more people than those names there taking part. These are just the ones that have agreed to share their work. And hearing all the people contributing their lines, what they could hear, what they could see. It was like somehow, although I'm working from home, which is a pretty lonely business 6 months in, It was like suddenly having all these little doors open, all these little windows open, and feeling like I was connected to people in a much wider world. It was very moving, actually. I know that you're working in your team meeting now. I know that some of you may literally be in the same room, but I understand that some of you will also be having your team meeting online. It doesn't matter whether you're in the same room, socially distanced, or whether you're working online. I want all you guys at Tesco Bank Newcastle to take part in this next exercise. You're only going to be doing it for about 4 minutes. We can all write for 4 minutes, especially because you're going to free write, and free write is about not having any rules. So it's about not caring about grammar or spelling or punctuation, or whether it makes sense, or whether it's the right structure, or whether it's the right tone, or whether it's embarrassing, or la 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 la. I'm being fairly dismissive about all of those worries, because those worries, they stop people from writing. And when we stop from writing, we stop from telling our own story. We stop from telling our version of events. It is no good. Ignore them. Ignore those voices and those worries, because all that you're going to write down now is all I can hear on your page or on your keyboard or on your phone, however you're working. All I can hear. If you're working on Teams, it might be an idea to type into the chat window so that you can also have that experience of building a piece of writing together. So type into your chat window, write on your page, however you're working, all I can hear, and then listen and write down all that you can hear. I'm going to do it. All I can hear is a faint sound of telly next door, traffic passing. Okay, everybody write down your line. It's apple juice. It's Friday evening, by the way. When everybody's written that down, you're going to write another line. I'm pushing you here. Okay? You're going to write down all I can see. All I can see. And I'm just going to invite you, before you do that, all I can see is to raise your eyes from your screen or from your page or from your phone, and the first thing that you can see. All I can see is the fairy lights in the dark. That's all that I've written down. And you know what? Because we've actually got a magnificent 90 seconds left, we're going to go for one more. You're going to write down all I can feel. So you might be thinking about what you can feel emotionally, or you might be thinking about what you can feel physically in your body. It might be like body states like pain or hunger, or it might be a very particular sensation, like your shoes are too tight. Every word of this is true. Okay, and what I want you to do then in your team meetings is to read this out in 3 circles. Read it out like a Mexican wave. One person reads, then the next. Don't stop for a discussion after every piece, every line shared, because it won't flow as a group piece then. Keep it going. all I can hear is next person, all I can hear is next person, all I can hear is, when you've done up all the hearings, then all I can see is, then all I can feel is. Okay, you will create the most stunning, powerful group piece. I am confident, I know you will. And what I really, really want as a gigantic favour to me and the world and the RLF and USDAW is if somebody could write that down and send it to me at shaw_claire@hotmail.com so that we can include it in the Right Now National Archive, so it's there for other people to read as a record of what life and work were like on the frontline industries when we were living through COVID. Thanks so much for joining me and having a peek at my house. It's Friday evening here. Who knows what time it is? The Tesco Bank Newcastle, but it's been brilliant speaking to you, and I hope to see you again. I hope above all to read your writing. Thank you, and bye-bye from me.